Hello, friends. Welcome to another podcast. Today, we'll talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. As individuals, we operate at these two levels. The conscious mind indicates what we've thought consciously in life, what we've accumulated from our surroundings since our childhood, what we've learned from the culture, from the grown-ups, from the teachers, possibly from our friends, about how we ought to be, how we should be, what is right, what is wrong, according to the culture that you've been brought up in. The conscious values indicate what we think we ought to be. Then there's the subconscious mind, which is an indicator of what your actual programming has been. It is an indication of how much you've thought in life, and through that thinking, what is the programming that you've done of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is who you truly are. Your subconscious mind is what you naturally are. There are times when we think that we can do something. It could be any task, like clearing an exam, doing a stunt, doing a physical task, getting into a fight and winning it, or outsmarting someone. However, when you actually come down to doing that task, you may realize that you are falling short of what is required to perform that task. This gap between what you thought you could do and what you could actually do is an indicator of the gap between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind may think that you could do something, but when you come down to doing it, your subconscious mind falls short of performing that task. In the context that we are talking right now, the issue is not about what is rational or what is irrational, what is right or what is wrong, but what the fact is about your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Needless to say, it is not static and it can be changed. Your conscious convictions can be changed through questioning it, and your subconscious programming can be changed by questioning it, by a process of decoding it and then recoding it. An example of changing your conscious conviction could be something like you believing that you always have to be vocal or assertive about your views among your friends or in a meeting or in a gathering. And hence, in a meeting or when you're with people, you could be the first one to talk and the person who does the most talking. However, over a period of time, you may realize that that is not necessarily a good idea, and listening is also important. And now that you've questioned the earlier premise of always talking aloud, talking too much, talking constantly, you could go through a process of transformation, and gradually you would change your conscious convictions by now holding a premise that you need to listen to people, understand their point of view, understand what they want to say, and not just make them feel heard, but also learn from their point of views, from their ideas, from their convictions, from their philosophies. So after that, in a meeting or in a gathering, you could be the person who's talking less and listening more, and learning from people, knowing where they are right and knowing where they are wrong, and simultaneously understanding where you are right and where you are wrong. This could be an example of changing your conscious convictions. An example of subconscious transformation could be something like a person is addicted to smoking, and over a period of time he has come to a conscious conclusion of giving up smoking, but he cannot get himself to do it because it has become a habit of the subconscious mind. Now, the person will have to change the programming of his subconscious mind, which in this case is the habit of smoking, and gradually give it up. We will go into the details of how to change your subconscious programming in another podcast. But here we need to understand that changing your conscious conviction could be difficult, especially when it comes to philosophical ideas. It is much more easier to change your conscious convictions or point of views in terms of concretes, but in terms of philosophical premises, it could be slightly difficult. Again, this is a topic for another video. But to change your subconscious mind could be a long-term process. It could entail some amount of thinking and questioning your habits, the reason why you hold certain habits, and understanding what is right and wrong, where you are going wrong, if you are going wrong, and change over a period of time by living out those habits and seeing the result of it. We will look into this process in another podcast, but this is basically how a person functions at a conscious level and at a subconscious level. The purpose of this video was just to understand the functioning of the two levels that a human being lives and operates at. Thank you very much. I'll see you in another podcast or a video. Keep thinking and see you soon.